My entire life has been spent discovering the new. From birth until the age of 10, I grew up in California, a state known for its diverse countryside and adventure. Next, my family moved to the frozen state of Minnesota, where we came to learn what cold really was. Finally, I settled in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska. Now, being from a much more populated area originally, this new move drove me to want to attend a college similar to my birthplace. I wanted to go somewhere I'd never been before. I wanted to travel. I am Leslie Wilson, and this is my NUN experience. When I was accepted into the NUN program at Northeastern, I was ecstatic. Although I had traveled the US extensively, I'd never left the country. This opportunity was just what I'd been looking for. I knew I wanted to get to know the rest of the world, and this was my way to do so. When I arrived in Dublin, it was fascinating. I was always waiting for the effects of culture shock to sink in, but they never really did. I was just never hit by the fact that I was in a different country. I mean, the little things were different, but I was still surrounded by a group of people who were just working to live just like anywhere else. And we, as NUN students, worked to help them live together through our service learning projects. As a group, we helped at a local park to decorate it. My best friend Rocio and I added fairy footprints to the park with paint on our feet. Later, for our personal service learning assignments, I was assigned to the Irish Architecture Foundation. Each year, this organization has a day called Open House Dublin, where they have at least 100 buildings open for the public to view. I helped the public tour the buildings and aided the architect in any way they needed. It was a great way to see more of Dublin. Other than volunteering, my life in Dublin was full of class at the University College Dublin, eating chicken and rice from the nearby convenience store, and NUN trips. We happened to be the experimental group this year because we were the first group to have classes at the University College Dublin. As a member of that experiment, I would call it a success. I loved most of my classes and felt that they were very challenging, like I expected and wanted college to be. As a non-talented cook, the convenience stores nearby were a save. The NUN ventures, while they made homework hard to do, ended up being my favorite parts of the semester. Galway was amazing. I saw all the things my parents told me to see, from the cliffs of Moher to the Aran Islands, and while we were at Sligo, we learned as a group what it was like to live in an eco-lodge. Then I became a true Californian as I learned to surf. On all of these trips, we learned so much about Ireland that I wouldn't have known before. I learned about Queen Maeve, and I even saw her burial site. We hiked, biked, and slept on more buses than ever before in my life. At the farm we visited, I finally got to meet all of the animals that I'd always wanted to. I even made friends with a donkey. Back in Blackhall, we all struggled with Wi-Fi and how to cook, but we made it through together. My friends and I even took a couple of trips out of Ireland to places like Italy. During this program, I made so many great friends as we all struggled together. The understanding that we were all going through the same thing helped us to blend together. My friends from this experience are the type of people that I would like to keep with me for life because I know they will work with me through tough times as well as the fun. This experience helped to teach me to appreciate my home even more. Although there are things wrong with every place in the world, it really made me grateful for the minor issues that my home suffers from. When I go home, I hope I will take less things for granted and remember my struggles here with such things as Wi-Fi or finding specific foods. The NUN program has turned the first semester of college from a terrifying thought to a fast-paced reality that I hardly noticed go by.